Imagine you're sitting in a dungeon. You haven't eaten for many days now, but then a cute blonde elf wizard offers you a roasted basilisk leg. Your response? Okay, calm down, you sick bastard. Welcome to Waifu Watch, your trusted source of quality over-obsession over fictional 2D women. Stay tuned as we analyze your favorite waifus and validate, or not, your taste in anime girls. Marcille is one of the core characters of Dungeon Meshi, or Delicious in Dungeon if you don't want to look like too much of a weeb. Well, bad news, buddy. If you're watching this video, you've already failed this task. She's a goofy female mage of the explosive variety who chooses to solve 90% of her problems with a good old reliable Of course, that's not all she can do. She's also pretty good at flash spells, protection spells, Jesus spells, and also subliminal messaging. Okay, but let's get real here for a second. Magic skills are the least of our concerns when it comes to waifu selection. What really matters is whether or not she can make a quality funny face. And oh boy, does Marcille deliver on that front. Pretty much every single frame that she's on screen, her expressions are the thing that will draw your attention. I would even go as far as to say that she's almost at the Lloyd Frontera level when it comes to facial muscle flexibility. All that is to say that Marcille is probably one of the most fun characters in recent memory. And not only that, but if the latter half of the episodes are anything to go by, then she also has a surprising amount of depth to her character, her story, her motivations, and she's an overall interesting character to follow. In case you haven't seen Dungeon Meshi yet, let me give you a brief rundown. Dungeon Meshi is a light-hearted comedy adventure series about... Okay, well, it's a moderately gory comedy adventure series about a party of several very hungry adventurers exploring the long-forgotten underground kingdom, where they willingly consume every single monster that is unfortunate enough to cross paths with them. When compared to Laios, Chilchak, and Senshi, Marcille is the least excited of them all to consume ungodly amounts of monster meat. In that aspect, she's the goofy antagonistic force inside the party that is there to challenge the protagonist's viewpoint on monsters as a food source and also to keep Laios' growing appetite in check. Arguably, she's the comic relief character of the series, although every single member of the party also has quite a few moments of their own. But as I said, this is not just a comedy show. This is an adventure where every single character matters and is not just a function in the story. And although it is a joy to witness Marcille's little quips and other sorts of shenanigans, it pains me to say that she does take a backseat for the most part of the story so far. In a grand scheme of things, yes, Marcille is just a supporting character. A pretty important one, sure, but still a supporting character. I mean, she's literally the support player of this party, you can't really argue with that. However, she and her magic are often the things that cause the inciting incident to happen and move the story forward. She also has great chemistry with all the other party members, and without her, their adventures would be really stale. By the way, have you noticed how many food-related dad jokes are in this video so far? I was in a comedy group before, can you tell? Can you also guess why I quit comedy? One of the most important factors to consider when choosing a waifu is whether or not she's not only an interesting character, but also a decent person. Just in case one day your dreams come true and she becomes real for any reason.
Attention! If your waifu suddenly becomes real, report this happy event to your local authorities and a magical expert, just to see if she's in good health and can be accepted into normal society.
Konnichiwa, Oni-san. Please, let me out. I really want to hug you. Let me hug you, please. Let me out. Let me out. Oni-san, hug, hug. Let me out. Let me out. Let me
Like and subscribe.
Marcille would be incredibly fun to be around because of her bubbly personality and cheerful attitude, but her most important quality is her genuine love and respect she has for her companions and friends. Such a fun and caring person as Marcille would be a great joy to have as your friend or a partner, and you know that one can really count on her when she's most needed, even though she is a wild card for most of the time. That being said, I think it's time to find out what's Marcille's waifu status. If you're fine with your chosen fictional girl being on a more of a quirky side of the spectrum, and really want to find out what's so delicious in this dungeon, then Marcille would be a great choice for you. Even more so if you're into older waifus who look like they're teenage girls. And so, the Waifu Watch committee deems Marcille Donato to be a high-tier waifu with a legal stamp of approval, but watch out for Fallen. Everybody knows just how much Marcille cares about her, so you might be fighting a losing battle. Thank you for watching this episode of Waifu Watch. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and comment on who we should cover next. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. My whole self-worth is dependent on whether you subscribe to the channel or not, so please. It's been Danon. Take care and have a good day. Пока. By the way, if you're still watching this, thank you, and please do consider leaving your suggestions on who we should cover next in the comments below. This would really help me strategize what to watch, and yeah, so thank you. See you around. Bye bye.